Oh, play it safe one. Hello, everybody. Yvonne's not in here yet. She is on her way, though. Getting a board ready for tomorrow, because this is what I do. Now, of course, the interesting thing is it's not New Year's here for another 2.5 hours. I'm not intending to have this open for 2.5 hours. I just wanted to wish everybody a Happy New Year. Got the wife in here as well for the same purpose. And I'm drinking Diet Coke because it's what I do. I may allow myself Irish cream, though, after the live stream, not before. And I'm looking forward to, these are 4 games. It's going to be a busy day for me. It's going to be a busy day. So, Happy New Year's. Happy New Year, Quinn. Steve. Happy end to a terrible year. I agree with you on that one, Claire. New Year, Grant. Oh, buying the Canucks reverse retro is a great reason to enjoy the new year. Hi.
Hi.
You gonna come in and happy up the new year?
Happy up. Oh, this is tiny. I can't read that.
Happy it up.
Personal space.
Happy it up.
Hey.
Hey.
Wash your hands.
Hey.
Hey now. Hey, Shannon.
Gets cold in here.
I'm so
Okay, here, I'll move
no,
this
there's
one.
not room for my tea.
Yeah, there will be. Just give me a
that
sec.
many drinks out.
Give me a sec.
Okay. New Year's in 27 minutes. Not here, but you know. Thanks. It's a late Christmas. I got it today. But I'm tall enough. Aren't the sleeves fun though? It's like super. Yeah, it's kind of fun. I like it. Sometimes the junior hoodies are more fun.
Yeah, that's a youth size.
Yeah, the kid hoodies are sometimes cooler. So I'm just scared it'll turn in December 32nd instead of January 1st. Shh, don't jinx.
And I got these today. I'm really happy about these.
I like this.
I'm very happy that I have a Blasty and I have a Liberty hat now because I can wear these with multiple jerseys. The reverse retro has been good for me with hats. So many fun hats. And this perfectly matches the American jersey. So if a Ranger prospect were to do something cool for the American team,
I know,
then
you
I
just
could
want
wear
an
them.
excuse to wear it, eh?
So, yeah.
Happy New Year from Boston, guys. My favorite YouTube couple, best wishes. Thanks. Blasty.
Thank you.
Oh, people like my hoodie. I really like this hoodie, too. It's kind of really fun.
And I ordered this quite a while ago, and it took a while to get here.
Yes.
And my New Jersey Devils jersey, I don't know where the NHL one is, the one I ordered from NHL.
How do the cats feel about your late night streaming in their bedroom? Well,
they don't care. This isn't really the bedroom either. As soon as we go to bed, they leave this room and they...
I am surprised Bear's asleep. Usually she does go into our bedroom by this time of night, and she's trying to get us to go in there because she likes us.
But I did carry her during the U.S. game, so she may have already had her cuddle time for today.
That's not a thing. She'll still want to be on our laps. Happy New Year from Nova Scotia.
Happy New Year.
Are you guys doing a cheesy countdown every hour?
No.
We don't really do that.
No. I don't know that we've ever done that.
No.
Did we do a New Year's stream last year?
I don't think we did. I don't remember ever doing one. I don't ever remember doing a New Year's stream.
We don't have any streamers.
Because I know... No, we already did.
We don't have any glitter.
We already did those outside. We did our New Year's outside with the kiddos.
You don't have any sparklers.
I know. It's only 9:30 here. But yeah. I did the New Year's with the kids at 9:00. We always do it at 9:00.
Right.
Just because I don't want it super late.
See, and I used to
Yeah.
do that. I used to do that in my previous relationship, and I would get told off where I'd be like, okay, it's 9:00. It's East Coast. Happy New
Yeah.
Year. Here's
I've
your New
always
Year's.
done it at 9
Here's
o'clock
your New
with
Year's
kids.
kiss, and I'm exhausted. I'm going to bed. No, you got to stay up to midnight. No, I don't. I really don't. I'm
Doesn't
tired.
matter.
Because normally on New Year's Eve, I worked a really long day. Because
Right.
New Year's Day, they'd give us the day off, but they'd work us 10 or 11 hours to be like, okay,
I
seriously,
used to
I
have to
can't,
work on New Year's Day
Can't-
early in the morning.
no energy. And then I'd pass out at like 11:15. I'd be like, oh, I'm in trouble. I passed out.
Yeah, I never. There's a
So-
cat face down always. This is how Bear sleeps.
Yeah.
She always sleeps with her face down.
It's a light thing.
And then
It blocks the light out.
Shadow usually sleeps with his head upside down, and it's really funny.
And he snores. Very loud snoring kitty.
Yeah,
He snores. He
funny.
chortles. He's got this weird. Yeah.
Who else
he
is
snores.
having a drink? I just put my tea. It's in my steeper. I haven't pushed the thing down.
Yeah, we haven't had any actual alcohol drinks, and now it's too late to order them. You're not allowed to order them in Canada.
I got my
BC.
I have New Year's tea. I did my it's glitter and gold. It's New Year's tea. So
There's no
There's
such thing
that.
as an actual New Year's tea.
it's
No, it's not.
it smells really good. It has a little gold heart or gold stars in it.
Oh, that doesn't mean it's New Year's.
Well, that's what it was released for.
No, I don't think so.
It is though.
I'm
And
pretty
if
sure.
you
it
don't
wasn't.
put milk in the tea, it has like little sparkles in it. But I always put milk in my tea because it's black tea.
You don't like the sparkles?
I do like the sparkles
So why do you have to wreck it?
because I like milk in my black tea.
So you just got to wreck it.
I do.
That's terrible. It's poor specs of sparkles.
Germany or Russia?
Russia's probably going to win it, but it's going to be a fun game. I'm glad they're getting that one out of the way first because that's going to be a fun game to start with.
Most famous hockey stick of all time?
Most famous hockey stick of all time. I mean, Gretzky's. You would think Gretzky's. Anything from his rookie year. If you had like a Gretzky stick from his rookie year, you had like an Indianapolis Racers hockey stick of Gretzky's, I would think you could make a mint on that. I don't even know if that exists. I'm trying to think. Maybe Wayne's got something like that. His dad would probably have something like that.
Hopefully Yvonne gets a raise for the new year, or at least a cost of living increase. Hi, Shannon.
I don't know
Hi,
that she
Dave.
will.
I haven't seen
We've
him in
had
many
to-
live streams, so good to see you.
we've had
Even
to
though
cut
it has
back.
to be super late.
We've had to cut back on things with the channel. It turns out that the CEO spent some of the budget on jerseys. And so I wasn't made aware of this. And so I've had to cut the budget for some of the staff. So I'm going to do my best not to actually take her income and bring it down a little bit.
Such a
That's a
dork.
shame, Shadow. Turn that way. Oh, we're on camera.
Hey, let's give him a show.
Don't slap me. Stop.
I was giving him a show.
I think he's going to slap me, too.
Gotta make it worth
That's
it.
I'm going to slap you look.
Some of the budget. How long are you guys planning on streaming for?
Not very long. Probably till 10 o'clock. Because
Hour
odds
10.
are while we're down here doing this, the
The
kids,
kids are
aren't gonna go
supposed
bed.
to be going to bed.
They're not going to. Not while we're down
Adelaide's
here.
not even downstairs.
No.
So
So it won't be that long. Because Yvonne and I like to have our quiet time at night. And since I already
Yes.
did my treadmill early today, and I can hopefully get that done early tomorrow as well and get back into that habit. And the habit of watching The Flash while I'm on the treadmill too, because that seems to be and I only went 5 miles an hour today to try to slow it down just a little bit.
yes, it's Bettman's fault. What's Bettman's fault now?
Everything's Bettman's fault.
Oh, well.
Bettman was probably the one that made them keep Broberg in the lineup. So I feel bad because Philip Broberg, who's a prospect for Edmonton, he's clearly hurt playing for Sweden tonight. And you could see on the bench, like his shoulder's buggered and he's got like, I don't know if his knee or his hip or what it is. But every time he was on the ice, the Americans are just flattening him. And they kept him in the game till the third period. And it's like, look, it's 4-0. Get him out of the game. Why is he still in the game? Every time he's on the bench, they could show he's like doubled over in pain. It just, I could not believe he was still in the game. They're going to get that kid killed.
I should use my gold sparkly cup. That looks like a New Year's cup. This one, not so much.
Jackets fan here. Do you see the Jackets picking up any offense? If so, who? Can defense win a round or two this season in the division? Thanks. I know Columbus was looking at the possibility of adding somebody. They were after Hoffman. I think they were in on Howla as well. I'm not sure how much more there is out there. I think the plan is going to be, now that Dubois is signed, see how it goes with the players they have, and then maybe make a trade a couple weeks into the season if something's not right. But I think they'll be fine.
With 2020's end, Adobe Flash Player is extinct.
Did you see Farmville's gone extinct too? Farmville's gone.
Oh,
Remember Farmville?
I do remember Farmville.
That stupid game that you'd have to block all your friends from sending you invites for?
Yes. Oh my gosh, yes. My mom.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, my mom.
Yeah. I used to create dummy accounts so that
So
I
you
could
could
send
send your-
invites to dummy accounts
There you go.
for my games because I didn't want to hassle anybody.
Right. Yeah. Oh, I remember that game.
There's a good question
Forever.
from Gary Bettman.
Will 2021 be the year Yvonne finally makes a YouTube channel? Cheers to a brand new year. And of course, it's always my fault.
Yes.
I don't
2021
have
should
any
be your year.
intention of making a Shannon.
What?
Personal space.
Yeah, you got a lot of personal space.
What are you trying to say, Shannon?
Any TV shows to binge watch tomorrow? I don't know of any we're binge watching. I know we have to do reviews for Palm Springs, which wasn't bad. And then we watched Bill and Ted Face the Music yesterday.
Yeah.
And that was better than I thought it was going to be. That wasn't too shabby. Had its moments.
We should yell Jumanji so we can get out of this game. I've heard that on New Year's you have to yell Jumanji.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hi.
Hey.
Hey.
New Year's Eve TV specials are increasingly sparse.
Yeah,
I
I was watching CNN for about 20 minutes, and I was like, I can't.
We were
do this.
watching.
I can't.
I don't
do
even
this.
know.
It was bad.
I think it was on CBC.
It was bad.
But we were watching the one at in New York. It's so weird.
Yeah, and CNN's
There's
in New York
nobody
too.
there.
No. And they still
So
drop the ball,
weird.
and I'm like, why are they dropping the ball?
And there's all
nobody there
these
to count it down.
musicians that I've never heard of, and they're dressed all weird.
Yeah,
Makes
it was.
me feel all old because I don't know who any of these people
Oh yeah,
are.
Megan Thee Stallion was supposed to be
Like,
playing in that.
Who
So.
are the? Am I supposed to know?
You know who Megan
these
Thee
are?
Stallion is? Although last night when we were watching Bill and Ted, she had no idea who Kid Cudi was either. So
No,
she had no idea.
I thought it was just a character.
Yeah.
In the movie.
And then as soon as they said it, I went, oh yeah, all right. And whichever actress it was, because I've never seen her before. I even looked her up. I've never seen her before. The one that was playing Keanu Reeves' daughter in that movie, she had Ted down. She had Ted down. That was fantastic. She did it so well that if they do another Bill and Ted's, it should be about the two girls. It shouldn't be about Bill and Ted at all. Because it's going to get sad if they make another one with them.
Love you both. Hope you always reach your goals. Bless your family, everyone in the chat. Cheers to everyone. Have a better 2021.
Has to be a better year. Has to be.
That's what I was telling Malachi. He was like, do you think it'll be better? I'm like, well, we don't want to say it can't be worse. You can't say that.
No, that's what they say in every horror movie. And then it gets worse.
It's not that difficult for it to be a better year. So there's that. Planet Fitness sponsoring New Year's Eve in 2020 is ironic. I saw that.
Most of their places
how they have
are open in the States, but in Canada, I don't know.
No. I saw the hats. It looks like they're giving out sparkly masks as well because a lot of people had purple sparkly masks.
Makes sense.
So there were a lot of sparkly masks. Who is the other cat in the old picture that you posted? Bear and some other cat. Oh, Link.
It was Link.
I've been told Yvonne's raise went for catnip.
Link was a massive
poof.
He was a big poof. He weighed, I think it was 20 pounds is what he weighed.
That would be my guess.
And he was funny. He was the only cat I ever had that hated his own name. You'd call him and he wouldn't actually respond. His ears would go flat. Like, shut up. And then if you called him too many times, he'd just come over and swat you with the claws out too. And he always had that one hook claw. And he'd just make sure he scratched you while he was doing it. But he
I'll
was
come
he
when
was
I
nice.
wanna
But
come. You
he was
don't
like
tell me
volleyball.
when
He
to
didn't
come.
like getting picked up.
No,
If he was going to come over, it was to sit on your lap, and that was fine. But that was it.
he was a good kitty, and he's so fluffy.
He's a ragamuffin.
He lives
huge
with
ragamuffin.
Shannon's cousin.
Yeah, my
now.
cousin took him and Maggie. I had 4 cats when I met Yvonne, and I brought 2 of them into the house with me, and the other 2 went to my cousins. They're still out there, and I still
We get
see
pictures,
pictures
and
of them
videos.
out walking around the neighborhood, and I'm glad
Yep.
they're happy.
In place of the 2020 ball drop, how about toilet paper and Clorox canister drop?
That would work.
Best goalie enforcer of all time?
Ron Hackstall.
Oh, good. Okay. Jack Hughes, 40 points in an 82 game schedule.
He'll get more than that. He should get. I'll say he gets 30 points this year in 56 games, and then next year he should be up to about 60.
Going to be weird to see Chara in Cap's jersey, but hopefully their younger blue line could work.
They have an incredible depth chart on their blue line. I'm not sure how this is going to work out. I mean, I guess he could replace Jensen in the lineup. I know he doesn't want to be a number 7.
Am I weird for wanting a Planet Fitness New Year's Eve hat?
No, I would take one. I have a Planet Fitness membership. I haven't used in 2.5 years.
It's just buzzing
So-
like crazy. Holy moly. Who are these people that are messaging me this time of day? Do we have to go to bed? It's the kids. They're messaging me. Do we have to?
Yes.
It's almost 10 o'clock. Okay. Happy New Year's Eve. Hope everyone has an amazing 2021 full of joyous moments. Looking forward to all the great content coming.
I'm looking forward to having hockey. I'm going to do like a video tomorrow on how many days of actual hockey we had this year. It really wasn't very many. Considering I run a hockey channel, there really wasn't that many days of hockey because it stopped in March, and then we had 6 weeks in August and September, and then it stopped again. So I'm amazed I got through the year at all. I'm stunned that I got through the year at all. I really thought that there was no way that I'd be able to get through a year where there's only like 3.5 months of hockey out of a year. So I'm looking forward to having actual hockey back on January 13th.
Happy New Year from Saskatchewan. Thanks for doing all that you do.
Happy
Can't
New Year,
wait for the
Saskatchewan.
season to start.
When I was a little kid, I used to pronounce it Saskatchewan.
In an old 80s game, Flyers versus Islanders, the only game where goalies got more penalty minutes than skaters. Is your cat okay? That's just how she sleeps.
Yeah, she sleeps.
Like
and the funny thing
every
is,
live
I've started
stream, you
seeing
notice.
comments because, I mean, it looks worse on the camera than what it actually is.
It's so funny.
Because on the
She
camera, it
sleeps-
looks like she is face down. Like it looks
is.
like she's not, though. She's got her face pressed in there. She's not actually
It's like
facing
on
down.
this. She lays like that even on her bed. She lays with her face down. That's just how she sleeps.
She started sleeping under the blanket too, so you have to watch when you go to bed because she'll just be
I posted a
under the blanket.
picture on the kitty Instagram yesterday. She goes underneath the covers, and it's so cute. And you won't know she's there if there's a little lump on the bed. So you have to watch where you put things on the bed because there could be a cat. You and me both can't wait to have hockey back. It'll make things easier to handle with at least hockey to watch.
Agreed.
Make it feel a little bit more normal, eh?
No, come here. sweetie.
Percent of the Devils making the playoffs.
I'll say 30. It's not going to be easy. That division is brutal. If they were in the West, I'd give them even odds, but that division is just brutal. All right. Fine.
No, it's not even 10 o'clock here yet. So
Nope, it's not 10 o'clock yet.
we're on the West Coast.
That's right.
What's your point prediction for Kapanen on the Crosby unit?
If he stays the whole year on Crosby's line, he should over 56 games score. I'll say 40 points. If he ends up on a third line, if he ends up struggling, 25 to 30. But he should be good. Crosby's made stars out of wingers throughout his career. So, yeah, I have no doubt that he'll find some kind of chemistry with Kapanen.
Oh, somebody else likes my hoodie. Isn't it fun? I don't know. Where did you get it from?
I was just glad the NHL shop. So this is youth size.
It's a youth hoodie.
It's a youth
hoodies
large
are
and extra
fun,
large. And I got it for
which
her
is
because
really
it was cheap.
big.
It was way cheaper than the adult ones. And I thought if this one fits her, then I could start getting the youth ones
They're
for
quite they're quite large.
her. For you.
Right. No, but I mean, for a youth hoodie, like if people are
Because they're made to
wondering
be
the size-
worn baggy.
Right. Well, it is.
So But yeah,
it's fun.
and they've got a Blasty in
It's
this
fun.
design too, and the Blasty one I really wanted to
Oh
get.
my gosh.
Because Blasty would look amazing on that.
That'd be
But I've
funny.
already got the Blasty jersey. I've already got the Blasty hat. I've already got the original Blasty jersey. I think I'm good when it comes to Blasty at this point.
Out of the 7 teams who missed the postseason, who do you think has the best chance of making it?
I like the Kings' chances, especially if the kids are ready. Buffalo would have to get off to a really good start, and they'd have to get amazing goaltending. But, I mean, Buffalo's been outside the playoffs for so long, it would be nice to see them somehow claw their way back in.
Point prediction for Stützle if he stays in the lineup.
Stützle should be, I'll say, as a rookie in the NHL, if he gets top 6 minutes, he should be good for 35 points over 56 games. I'll say 35. I would be surprised if he doesn't get top 6 minutes. If he ends up in the bottom 6, though, that prediction would drop quite a bit.
Do you ever fish?
I fished once when I was a kid. I just didn't like it.
I used to take the boys.
I thought it was boring.
Well, not boys. I've taken the kids. I do have fishing gear.
Yeah, okay.
I've gone fishing.
I thought it was boring, personally.
Yeah, I
Okay, all right.
take the kids. It's been a while
Right.
since I've taken the kids, but I used to take the kids fishing
Right.
fairly frequently. We live in a nice area for that. Who's your
You don't
pick
need
for
to be that
Calder?
close. Calder or Lafreniere. Lafreniere should win the Calder.
How many points will Lafreniere get?
I'll say 50 and 56 games. Again, it depends on ice time. With rookies, that's the unpredictable part. Will they get the ice time? So I think it'll be between him and Kaprizov.
Will trade deadline be busy considering the border restrictions?
Yes. So the 14-day quarantine has been waived for the NHL
Did you brush your teeth?
for training camp.
Good night.
It's possible
It's
that
late.
by the time we reach the trade deadline, that the border restrictions have eased at least a little bit, or things have changed.
Liga All-Stars versus average AHL team?
I would think a Liga All-Star team would be probably mildly better.
Did you see the Anderson goal on Quick during the scrimmage today? Quick was already in his mid-season form.
No, I didn't see that. I was too busy with the junior hockey.
Do you think you should reconsider Jets as 6th?
No, I'm fine with it for now.
Playoff prediction video.
At some point as we get closer to the season, yes. I'll do some kind of prediction video. And then I've got to figure out if I'm going to do some sort of a power rankings before the season starts.
Have the Oilers improved with Turris and others? Do any of their young defensemen make the team this year?
I think they're counting on Bouchard making the team this year. I'd be shocked if he doesn't make the opening night roster. I like what they've done with their forward group. They're going to struggle without Clefbaum. Adding Barry is nice, but without Clefbaum, that's going to hurt him.
Line A comeback season.
Laine was excellent last year. His points per game was actually one of the highest points per game. I think it was the highest points per game he's had in his career. Just the goals weren't as spectacular as they normally are.
But it was way more consistent.
He was still on pace for 35 goals.
The year before was kind of obnoxious.
I think he's going to be fine. I think he could have a huge season for them.
Will Buffalo make the playoffs?
I don't think they do. I don't think they have the goaltending to get there. But adding Eric Stahl is a huge move for them, and Cousins has been fantastic in the World Juniors.
Who knew Ontario's finance minister could be gossip? But hey, 2020.
Yep, he had to quit. And then I sent you the other one crying because she can't go to... Did you watch that? She was crying because she can't go to Oklahoma.
No.
And she didn't say, I can't go because we have travel restrictions and it's against the rules. She said I can't go because people are going to whine about it.
I
was
just read it. I didn't watch the video, and I was just like,
I don't think that's the reason. I mean,
people are
yeah, it sucks, but we're all under the same
we
restrictions.
totally get that there's no travel, and we've had that conversation with our kids a lot. Will Montreal finish first in their division? Animals are the best.
I don't see Montreal finishing first, but Montreal's going to make things very, very interesting this year. I really like the moves they've made. We'll see how many of them pay off. Hey, kitty.
Hi there, Shannon. I have a reverse retro wild jersey.
That's a
It's fun.
fantastic one. That's a really nice one.
Shannon does really like
I'm a big fan of that one. I will be doing a power rankings of all 31 once Buffalo's here.
Eventually have them.
Have them all now, except Buffalo. Everything else I have.
Will the Coyotes make the playoffs?
No, I can't see the Buffalo I can't see Arizona making the playoffs. They just I don't see them being strong enough. The good news for them is they're in the weakest division. So if they get hot, maybe, but I don't see it.
Sens thoughts?
The Senators have definitely made things more interesting. Stützle signing and getting a chance at the roster should also make things more interesting. They're going to be more talented. They're going to be tough to play against. Austin Watson was an addition that I haven't heard a whole lot about, but that's the kind of grit and difficulty playing against factor that they're looking for. It's why they picked up Goodbranson. So, yeah, it's gonna be interesting.
Do you have a Chara jersey? What are you doing?
I do have a Chara jersey. I have a Chara Burns jersey.
What?
I thought you said that I just need to get ready.
No, you have to go to bed.
Sweetie, it's 10 o'clock.
It's 10 o'clock at night. It's 2 hours
It is
past
10 o'clock.
bedtime.
You got to stay up very late.
Yeah.
Did you brush your teeth?
There you go. You're all
Okay.
set.
Good night, sweetie.
I'll make sure it's still the new year tomorrow.
Happy New Year. Could JJ
Paterka.
crack the opening night roster? Thanks for everything. Cheers.
I don't think so. I think Paterka. I think he's going to need another year. Great chemistry with Stützle, but I think they're going to let him marinate for another year. He may very well push for a job, but I think they'll let him come in next season. I think will be the plan.
Isn't stopping for an interview at Pearson a quarantine violation in itself? The lack of quarantine he likely has had is what angers me.
Honestly, there's a lot of things that have come out over the last little while that have made me scratch my head, and that's just part of it. There's a lot of things, but I don't talk about it in videos because it just
Comment section.
The comment section would be terrible, but trust me, I am understanding of people being upset about the way things are being carried out.
Finnish All-Stars versus Swedish All-Stars right now.
Well, we're going to see them against each other on the 2nd at 12:30 Pacific, 3:30 Eastern. The World Juniors, and I think I like Finland's chances. I think Sweden's just kind of fallen off the rails. Now with everybody healthy and you've got everybody together, I think Sweden's still a better squad, both at juniors or at the NHL level as well. But I do think Finland takes them out.
Interested in NFL jerseys via snail mail?
Might be. It'd depend on which teams they were. There are certain teams that I don't have that I'd like to have. I'm not going to get into it because she'll start shaking her head. But there are certain teams that I don't have that I wouldn't mind having.
How bad is Canadian division for traveling? Vancouver, Montreal, which division is going to have the worst travel?
Travel in the Canadian division is going to be rough because you're going across time zones all the time. But that's part of the reason why they're having back-to-back games. They're doing like baseball-style series and I know Toronto and Ottawa, they're going to play 5 games in a row against each other, 2 in one location and 3 in the other. It limits travel and it should make it a little bit easier. But yeah, the Canadian teams, it's going to be it's just the fact you're crossing time zones, and switching start times sounds great, except one fan base or the other is going to be upset about it.
As a big fan of the Habs, you are the only Bruins fan I have accepted into my dark blue, white, and red heart. You are the GOAT. Happy New Year, Shannon.
Hey, and their reverse retro is fantastic. I've worn that one a few times. I like that one a lot. That blue jersey is absolutely fantastic.
Don't worry, we did do New Year's with the kids. We did it at 9 o'clock. I had the little poppers.
Sparklers.
We did sparklers.
Yes.
I had 2 packs of sparklers, so they got to do a lot of sparklers.
And then tomorrow they can watch every New Year's movie that there is.
There are only crappy New Year's movies.
Exactly.
Are there any good ones?
No.
Okay. I didn't think so.
Because how do you make a good New Year's movie?
I did post a couple pictures on my Instagram.
Sleeping in Seattle. Sleepless in Seattle. Doesn't that one end on New Year's?
I don't know.
I thought Sleepless in Seattle ends with on New Year's.
I don't know. What do you expect from Columbus this year? Shoe in playoff. How far can we go?
I do think Columbus should make the playoffs in that division of death. I don't know how far they're going to go, but with Tortorella, they should be a playoff team. They've got the goaltending. They've got the roster for it.
Oh, Happy New Year's! New Year's and two time zones.
Happy New Year, 2 time zones from here. So for Saskatchewan and
Happy New Year,
Prairies
Shannon. Thank you for all the
Middle of
entertainment
America.
you've given us. Looking forward to seeing your videos in 2021.
me too. I'm looking forward to seeing my videos in 2021 as well. Because it won't be 2020 anymore. And there'll be actual hockey going on.
Happy New Year. It's officially 2021.
Yes. For us, it'll be
Not here.
2021
We still have
in
2 more hours.
2 more hours.
Okay. Thoughts on the Bjornfot and Turcotte scrums today?
Bjornfot is so physical. Really, really solid physical player. And I thought Turcotte had his best game today. There's a lot of future teammates that are mucking it up in this tournament. Kosmar and Podkolzin were kind of going at each other in the game the other night between Sweden and the Russians. So, yeah, it's part of the tournament.
Will there be more Ottawa trades?
I think they've exhausted the amount of cap space they have. I don't think there's a lot more that they're going to be looking to do. I think with training camp already having started now, I think they'll just see where they're at. And, of course, Stützle will be coming in. They may take a look. I don't know what Jarventi's contract status is. Maybe they take a look at him as well because he's in the World Juniors. So, yeah, we'll see what they do.
Our kids' names? The ones at home, our youngest is Adelaide, and then we have Gabriel,
Dasher,
who's
Prancer.
Gabriel, who's
Dixon.
13, and Malachi, who's
Donna
now
Dixon.
16. And then Shannon has
Tony
some
Braxton.
older ones who do not live with us anymore. They're older.
Faulkner.
Are they planning early start times for the BC games?
They haven't announced the start times yet. I would imagine that if Toronto's playing in Vancouver and it's on a Saturday night, it'll start early. Because Hockey Night in Canada, they're going to be looking to maximize ratings. So there's going to be a lot of Eastern-friendly start times, I would think, both in the States and in Canada, because they're going to want to maximize viewership.
Is 2021 the year Jordan Schroeder makes the Canucks?
Oh, yeah, right.
Shannon
Schrader.
is my oldest kid. I posted on the Hockey Guy Facebook page about, I was trying to get a Christmas dinner picture, and which of the 4 kids was making a decent picture difficult? And so I made a comment how it was hard to get a good picture with 4 kids, and some people did not get it.
Did we get one?
I got one that was decent because Adelaide was holding both of your hands. So if you look at those pictures, you can see that Adelaide is trying to hold his hands down because he kept going. Yeah. So, and then that was just getting the boys to act up. Did I miss some super chats? Okay, hold on.
What did you do?
I'll look. Thoughts on the opinion of Zegras? Still cocky.
He is.
Let me look.
Zegras has some cockiness to his game, but that's how he plays. I think he's I like his game a lot. I think he's going to be popular in California.
Happy New Year. You're both amazing. My question, which Kings prospect has most impressed you this WJC?
Tonight, it's Turcotte. Kaliev's been very good as well, though. Coming out of this tournament, there are some very, very impressive ones. Byfield's been hit and miss. Now, they keep pointing out Byfield's younger than his teammates, which I don't know. I don't want to use that as an excuse because then when he has a great game, we acknowledge it. But, they've got some excellent prospects. I think Turcotte's the one that's most ready.
I don't think I got this one. But
Yes.
did I read that one? Okay.
Yep, you got that one. I think you just missed that one. Oh, Zegras being cocky.
Yeah. Which team are you most excited to watch this coming season?
Most excited to watch? I'm just glad to see the Canucks. I want to see what the Canucks can do this year.
Is that all of them that I missed?
Well, scroll down a bit.
Finnish All-Stars versus Swedish All-Stars.
Yep,
I
you already read
read that
that
one.
one.
Okay, I think I got them all now. If I didn't, let me know. when there's a group of them, sometimes it'll skip over them.
Yep.
And so I miss them.
It does.
It
scroll up.
Doesn't do a good job. I already got those.
Yeah, okay, got that one.
It doesn't do a good job of notifying me of them if they're under $5. It likes to skip over them.
Right.
So sometimes I have to search for them, which makes it kind of a pain. What do you think about Dylan Cozen?
Dylan Cousins, he should be in Buffalo's lineup this year. I would think third line center. He may play on the wing, but Cousins is one of the most NHL ready guys in this tournament. I've been very, very impressed with him. I really have.
Have we watched any anime?
Not on purpose.
I have.
Like overall, I have. I have a Dragon Ball Z season.
I've
the
watched
Cell season I have.
Quite a bit of Naruto. And
my favorite cartoon when I was a little kid was Battle of the Planets, which is Gatchaman.
I forgot what the other one's called. Like I can picture.
I've tried to talk her into watching Robotech. I think she would mind Robotech.
I'm not a fan of anime. I might have had an ex-husband who really, really liked it, and it kind of
Robotech.
made it so that I didn't.
Robotech is a really fun series from the 80s.
Naruto is amazing. I liked it, but I have trouble with anything that goes on too long. I like the first season of
Pokemon. The first season of Pokemon was good because they had a very limited number of Pokemon, and then they went, and now here's all the new ones.
So I think I watched. Is it season still? I think I watched like the first 5 seasons, but isn't it still going? It's just kind of crazy.
Aren't they all still going?
I think so.
I don't think Pokemon
Where do you guys
ever stopped either.
plan to travel in 2022? All the places.
Wherever we can.
I hope we can travel.
So that's the hope. My hope is that we'll be able to plan some kind of a trip in August of 2021.
There are a ton of episodes. It's ridiculous. And I don't have the attention span for that.
Nope.
Any show. I'm trying to think, can I ever last more than 5 seasons? See,
I tried. People kept telling me, catch up on the 100. The 100 gets good. So I'd watch a couple episodes and be like, oh, and then I'd skip till the end of the season. I'd be like, forget it. I'm just going to go to the end of the season.
I'm not good with shows that go on forever.
I would just say out loud, I'm sorry, Bellamy. I'm sorry, Clark. I'm sorry, Octavia. I'm going to the end of the season. I can't do this anymore. This is going to take forever. And then I tried watching an episode of the final season, and I was like, oh, my God, Clark's still preachy.
100 does not get good. They're trolling.
Like, Clark's just always so preachy, and I'm like, how can she be so pretty? And I just want somebody to just throw her off a building. That doesn't make any sense. I just don't understand. Why isn't Octavia making all the decisions? She's the smart one. She knows who needs to get stabbed. That tells me she should be the leader or something.
Shannon's only missing the Buffalo reverse retro now.
Yeah, that's it. I've got all the other reverse, just not Buffalo, which Ben's supposed to get in, and he's supposed to send to me this month. So by this month, I mean January.
Throw off a building, LOL. Happy New Year, y'all. Curse, you guys making me buy so many reverse retros.
See, and I wasn't going to get that many, and then I thought about it. And I thought about it.
He wasn't going to.
And then I started remembering I've got these jerseys that, 20 years ago, I go, I don't need that. And those are the ones now that I can't get that are like $500, $600, $700. And I was like, oh man. But I like when the Wild Wing first came out, I was like, I'm never gonna want that. That's a piece of crap. And I laughed at it. And now the Wild Wing is impossible to find, the original one, unless you want to pay $700 for it or you want a knockoff. So, and the Nashville, the mustard, I remember when that came out, I was like, this is garbage. And then I spent money to get one because I had to have it. So yeah, I've learned my lesson that if I can do it, if I can plan it out. The only thing was they were supposed to be sent to me over a period of like 4 months. Ben and I worked this whole thing out. And then Ben just like,
I'm just sending you what I've
got a lot of jerseys here. So I'm just going to send you whatever. I was like, okay, cool. Because I'm not going to ask him to sit him somewhere. He works by himself. So yeah, what was supposed to take 4 months took a lot less time than that.
Are the Flames Cup contenders with their current lineup?
Yes, because I think the Canadian division is wide open, and if Markstrom provides the goaltending for them that he provided for the Canucks, they absolutely can contend, and then they can get out of the Canadian division, and then whichever Canadian team emerges as a semifinalist, you've only got 2 rounds left. It's going to be wide open this year.
Can the Lightning steal another cup?
That's going to be tough. They've lost some depth in the offseason. Now they're going to be without Kucherov for the whole regular season. With the idea that he should be back for the playoffs, but we don't know for sure that he will be. I think Tampa's going to have a hard time.
We can tell that it's past Lisa and Lars's bedtime because they aren't here to delete all the comments that are all caps.
Oh yeah, she's in New York, so she's gone to bed. She's done.
You guys are still living in the past compared to almost the entire world. Here's $5 to make up for me not watching many videos lately.
Well, yeah, I'm just doing the juniors right now, so
we are living in the past. We're still 2020.
I've been surprised though that the view counts for the junior videos have been really high, which tells me there hasn't been much hockey for a while. So people are just very happy about hockey. I've never seen junior videos do this well, ever. It's never been a thing.
Well, it's a Happy New Year's. It's still 10 o'clock here, so.
Yes, we're not to Happy New Year yet.
Lisa could have a hot date.
She could.
I highly doubt it.
She could.
Oh, there's Lisa. See, I said it, and there she is. She appeared.
So she's like Candyman?
That was funny. As soon as I said something about Lisa, she appears.
Wow.
She could be on a hot date, but thinking Lisa has the opinion of men that I do. So
I've been talking to a few girls online. I say girls because they're younger, and because it's New Year's, of course, they're kind of, well, men are kind of anyways. So I've been talking to a few of them about that. The funny part was there was one girl that told me, she said, I really hope I find an Yvonne like you did.
I dumped him for all of you.
She said, I hope I find an Yvonne like you did. Well, a guy version of Yvonne.
Boy version of me.
I was like, okay, good luck with that.
Can you picture a guy version of me?
No.
That'd be interesting. I'm sure he'd be awesome. So.
I don't know if interesting is the word for it. So you don't have a brother either, so I can't, get that visual.
No.
Because I used to have, like, there were a couple of guys that were in my school that I meet their sister. Like, wow, she's really pretty. But then I realized, but she looks so much like her brother. So am I secretly attracted to my friend? So then that sort of hits your brain, and you're like, I'm pretty sure I'm straight. But I mean, if I think she's cute and she looks like him.
Okay, just thinking a guy is good looking wouldn't make you not straight.
This was the 80s. Everything made us nervous. Everything triggered that reaction.
So weird. What would your non-hockey channel be about? He has a non-hockey channel.
I have a non-hockey channel. The Entertainment Guy.
It's about
We're going to be reviewing a couple of movies on there over the next couple of days. We're going to review Palm Springs.
Has a non-hockey channel.
And
so,
Bill and Ted Face the Music. So.
Hey, Shan.
Howdy.
Would you ever think of doing a history series on the world tournaments throughout the years? Olympics, World Cup, World Junior, Summit, etc.
I absolutely could. I could do that in the next off season. That would actually work. I'll be looking for playlists for the next off season. I know I'm going to be doing a massive jersey countdown, but that only is one video per day kind of thing.
Stay until midnight. That'd be a really long stream.
We're not staying until midnight.
We still have about 2 hours to go.
Yeah, we're not staying till midnight.
Thoughts on Podkolzin leadership and admiration for the opponents?
Podkolzin, the one thing he's got to work on, and this is the interesting thing, he seems to play better when he's angry, but he's going to have to watch that in the NHL level because players will be trying to knock him off his game. So he has to find that balance. Because he seems like the kind of player that he might be the kind of guy who has a massive stick swinging incident, like Malkin, for instance. I could see something like that with Podkolzin. He's very emotional. He's a good player, but he's going to have to watch the temperament at the NHL level. So
does the Bruins make the playoff now with that defense core they have? Also, do they trade DeBrusk for a defenseman now?
They may trade DeBrusk. I know there was talk about that in the offseason. Now that Chara's gone off the depth chart, I know they were talking to Ben Hutton. They may think that they're okay. They may believe in Sporil or maybe Vakanainen. I don't know. I don't like the one problem I have is who's going to score the points on the defense corps. McAvoy is okay as a producer, but they don't have that guy like Krug on the point anymore. I think they're hurting points wise. I'd be very surprised to see that defense putting up an elite amount of points.
How will conference finals work with only 3 divisions? It's 1:13 a.m. here.
There's the 4 divisions that are going to play, and in the conference finals, they're going to be seeded 1 through 4 by how many points they get during the regular season. So that's how they're going to do the seedings. And so it's 1 versus 4 and 2 versus 3. So we could have like a Stanley Cup final between Montreal and Boston, or between LA and St. Louis. Like we could have 2 Western teams, 2 Eastern teams against each other in the final for the first time since 1980.
Will the refs be assigned per division, and will they stay there?
I would think so. They want to minimize the travel as much as possible, so I would think that the referees will be assigned per division, because it doesn't make any sense to have the referees flying around all over North America. The Canadian ones would have to stay in Canada.
Hello from 2021. I liked 2020. Also, Crosby liked to retire as a cap. Also, ever thought a player would join a team because of a jersey?
No. But the one thing is, and I talked to Yvonne about this last night, was doing a video on after Chara went to the Caps, what would be like some really unlikely trades or free agent signings for a team. So, for instance, like Matthew Tkachuk going to Edmonton, Tom Wilson going to Pittsburgh, stuff like that. That I think would make for a funny video. Brad Marchand going to Montreal or Toronto, that kind of thing. Hey. You okay?
With Fairland on LTIR, any trades or signings?
If Ferland goes on LTIR, then they'll pick up. I would think Hamonic ends up coming to Vancouver if that happens. I know they've been in on Hamonic. Calgary circled back on him too. But I don't think Ferland's going to play. I think Ferland's going to be out for the season. I know they're supposed to sit and talk to him this week.
Some of us posting from the future.
Yes.
Yeah,
This is that time where you can post for the future.
My grandma loved that whole joke of I'll talk to you next year or see you next year, because I used to see my grandmother every day. I would always check on her. Mm-hmm. After work. I'd walk to her house really quick and check on her, and she every single year, I'll see you next year. So every time anybody makes that joke, reminds me of my grandma. Based off of that, Martinez to Rangers.
Yep. And who else? Cody Eakin to the Sharks. Erik Karlsson to the Knights. No, Joe Pavelski to the Golden Knights. That'd be one of those two where Joe Pavelski would go to the Golden Knights.
What are your thoughts on having a franchise tag for the NHL where one player becomes exempt from the cap?
I think it's something the NHL might consider, but with the finances where they are right now, I can't see that gaining any traction. You've already got owners that are upset about how much money they're going to lose over the next year or two. That's something you'd have to bring up for the next CBA.
Hello, guys. First off, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
My question, where do you think the Sabres finish in the division, and what do you think they need to do to overcome the slight, difficult new division? Well,
the one thing that works in favor of some of these weaker teams is you only have to worry about 7 other teams. In Canada, it's 6 other teams. You're going to be playing series against these teams. Coaches may have an easier time with it because you don't have to worry about every team in the league, and it's more of a playoff atmosphere already. So at the very least, you should see close games. We shouldn't see a bunch of blowouts. And if the Sabres are coached well by Kruger, and if Hull picks it up right away, it's possible. You win a series against one team, you win 2 in a row, then you win 3 against another team, and before you know it, in a 56-game schedule, it's possible that you can nurse it home and end up in the playoffs.
Percentage of the Isles making it past the ACF?
Eastern Conference Final. I mean, this year it won't be called that. It'd be the semifinals. I don't want to count out a team with Barry Trotz as coach, but I don't know that they have another long run in them this year.
Best trade, Cassian to Calgary or Tkachuk to Edmonton?
Oh, if they were traded for each other, that would be amazing. Since they hate each other so much, and there's been so much said about both by both fan bases. And I'll be interested to see how both of them do this year. Tkachuk should have a big jump in his production this year. I think he's due for a big jump. And Cassian, can he do it for another year for Edmonton?
Will Krebs make the Vegas roster?
In the World Juniors, he's been hit and miss. If he makes it onto the Vegas roster, I think he ends up playing bottom 6 minutes. Probably ends up being a healthy scratch here and there. I think he'll be one of those ones that slowly gets brought into the NHL and brought along at a pace that will make sure he doesn't get overwhelmed. But he's looked pretty good. He looked pretty good in that game tonight.
Hello, guys. Happy New Year. Appreciate
Happy New Year.
all you do. Huge
Thank you very
fan.
much.
Excited for hockey to be back. As a sports fan and a collector, love your collection.
Thank you.
A collection I'm growing. Thoughts on the Canes? Go Canes.
The Canes should finish. I'm starting to think they can finish first in that division. With Tampa being somewhat weakened, I think they can finish first in that division. I do. I think we may see a first place finish for Carolina, and then who knows after that. The Canes are due for a long run. It's kind of what they do.
If the Canucks take a step back next season, will Benning get the axe, or will ownership stay the course?
I think ownership's pretty patient. I think because of the weird environment we're seeing this season in, you may see more patience with Benning than if this was a full 82-game schedule in your normal division. I think as long as the Canucks are competitive and as long as they're close, I think Benning probably stays.
Do you think Tomasino or Tolvanen end up in the Predators' top 6?
According to David Poyle, Tolvanen is supposed to get a shot at top 6 minutes. Tomasino has been very good. I don't know that he gets top 6 minutes out of the gate. I think he as well is going to end up being brought along slowly. We're going to see some of these guys out of this tournament are going to get top 6 minutes right away. I think of Cousins and Stützle as 2 examples, but a lot of the guys we're seeing in this tournament will get slowly brought into the NHL.
Shannon did a video on Chara this morning, so that's covered. I have one more question before I'm going to sign off of YouTube for today. Do the Sabres need to make another move, possibly bring another blue liner or goaltender, then again, possibly solid all around?
Yeah, they could definitely use and that's the thing too. Like, I have an Ullmark jersey. So when Buffalo was selling their old white jerseys, and I didn't have a Buffalo white jersey because they were bringing in new ones, I got Ullmark because of the players that they had available. I thought I like Ullmark, but I don't know that I like him as the starter if they're going to get into the playoffs. And I'm not sold on Hutton at all. If it was Ullmark and if they had picked up Markstrom, I would be much more bullish on their chances. So if they're close, I could see them making a move for a goaltender at the deadline.
Would you put John Merrill on a fantasy team?
No, I wouldn't have John Merrill unless it's one of those really, really deep fantasy teams where you're just drafting the whole league amongst everybody. I probably wouldn't take him.
When was the last time the Hockey News was any good?
The Hockey News, their annual, I really enjoyed their annual this year. I've gone through it a few times. Whenever I get the yearbooks, I always go through them a bunch of times. I used to basically memorize the yearbooks because that's kind of what I would do. And then I like looking back through the old yearbooks as well because they're a sort of a time capsule of what was going on back then. And they used to be a lot more opinionated than they are now. Those ones were always fun when they were really opinionated.
Hey, Shannon and Yvonne, Happy New Year to you guys.
Happy
Look
New Year.
forward to another great year of content and live streams. Keep up the good work.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Those USA number jerseys are pretty nice.
Yes.
So with Hoffman on the Blues, do you think Bozak gets left open for Seattle if Hoffman does good this year? And if Seattle takes a defenseman from the Blues, who do you think it will be? Much love from St. Louis.
Well, so they'd probably protect Falk. Krug's going to get protected. and you have to think they'll protect Parayko. And so since it would be 7-3-1, that might leave Dunn as the guy that's out there unprotected, and I could see Dunn being picked up. And then if they left Falk out there unprotected, Falk could be the one that gets picked up. I think it's going to be a defenseman that they take from St. Louis.
We are not streaming until midnight.
No.
That is way too long.
We're almost done now, because this is our quiet non-kid
This is
time.
our kids are in bedtime.
This is our time to remember. Oh,
Our
that's why we
time
like
without children.
life and
but
yeah, that kind
we
of thing.
still have an hour and a half till midnight here.
Yeah.
So no.
Yeah.
What do you think of Peter to Ottawa?
Of who to Ottawa?
It says Peter. Do you know who Peter is?
Which
Who's
Peter?
I don't know.
Because they got Stepan, and then they got Paquette, and they got Coburn, and Stutzla's coming in.
Peter the MVP. That's somebody else commenting though, so I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, now he says Paterka.
Oh, Paterka.
There you go.
No, that's the thing. When the draft was going on, I was really surprised that Ottawa didn't take him in the second round. Buffalo, there's no way, looking at the goals he's been scoring in this tournament and looking at how well he's played for Germany, there's no way that Buffalo's going to trade his rights. He looks like a steal in the second round. So it's just a shame that Lucas Reichel isn't with the team, because if you had Reichel out there too, who knows, there might be a medal threat.
So all you guys making jokes about us being excited kids are in bed clearly don't have children.
Right.
Because they're never quiet and they never leave you alone.
And it's from when we first wake up until about 10 at night.
Yeah. So
that's
if
our
you
quiet
have
time.
children, you would understand that you really appreciate once your children go to bed.
Yep.
And it has nothing to do with super
nice
fun
and quiet.
time with your spouse.
No.
It's just, it's quiet and there's not somebody every couple
A lot of
seconds.
the time you may not have the energy.
Mom, I'm hungry. Mom, what are we doing? Mom, can I watch TV? Mom, can I have another candy cane? Mom, but Mom, no, you don't need to say Mom again. We were just having a conversation. I was already talking to you. You don't need to get my
I even
attention
try to make
again.
sure when I'm coming upstairs, I only say your name once.
Gosh.
I try not to say her name too many times, because I'm like, okay, she's already going nuts.
So any of you guys making those comments, you clearly don't have children.
Right. This is
You
true.
have children. You know exactly what I'm talking about.
That quiet, that
oh
peace.
my gosh, they're in bed.
You're like, okay.
This is great.
Because it's the only time during the day where if it's quiet, you're not like, okay, what's going on? Because now it's
What are
quiet.
they getting into?
Yeah.
Where did they go? What are they doing?
There's a fire somewhere because they're too quiet.
What are they breaking?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what that is. It's nothing. No, Shannon's not growing a playoff beard. I'm vetoing that.
No, I don't need to grow a beard.
So
That's never gonna
veto.
happen.
Shannon would look really old.
The closest I could get would be
sexy,
if I bought one of those ones that you just
Kids
stick
are
to your
annoying.
face.
They are. I love my
Can be.
my children to bits, but they're obnoxious.
And then I have this cat here
So-
who's been bugging me for half an hour now to go to bed. She's giving me that look. Haven't you? Yeah, I know. You're giving me, this is what we do.
As a Blackhawks fan,
She wants
should
me to
I
go to
be
bed.
hopeful at all this year? Happy New Year's as well.
I don't know. Now they've got Taves out. We don't know what's going on with Taves. They're already without Doc for the year. They haven't got Strome signed. Is Savard going to play down the middle? Like, do you get Savard to come back? Can Dirk Graham play hockey right now? Like, I don't know. Bring back some of the older guys.
Okay. Happy New Year, Shannon. Levon.
Oh, I like that. That's nice.
Who's Levon?
Oh, I don't know, but it sounds sexy.
I remember
It's
the
nice.
first time somebody called me
Hi.
Levon, I was like 6, and I remember thinking, wait, how'd they get that out of my name?
Hey. I don't know.
What
I
do
get
you
Shane.
think of Minnesota and their cup chances? Also, what about Alex?
Lion.
Okay. And his professional career if he doesn't make the Flyers roster.
Lion's going to be basically like a number 3 goaltender. I don't think he has the upside to play backup. Minnesota, oddly enough, Minnesota's problem may very well be goaltending. I don't know how much of an upgrade Talbot's going to be from Dubnyk. And I don't know between Talbot and Stalock, 2 33-year-olds, I don't know which one I can see taking them very far. So and then you look down the middle, and they have Johansson as potentially the number one center. It's going to be interesting to see what happens with Minnesota, but they shouldn't be boring anymore because Kaprizov's in and Rossi's got a spot if he's ready to take it in camp. They've already said they're inviting him to training camp.
How old are our kids? 7, 13, and 16. The ones that still live in the house.
Are you telling me it's time? I'm getting the look.
Let's go to bed. Come on.
She is not happy. This is not a happy cat
We're not
right
supposed
now.
to be in here right now. Right now is bedtime.
She is not happy. She's letting me know what time it is,
Yvonne
and we're not
Shane.
supposed to be in here.
What was it? Somebody called you the other stream that was really funny. Josh, that's right.
Yeah, I was Josh.
That's right.
That's nothing. I was called Sheldon one time at church, and I went, Sheldon?
Who?
Dear
What?
Lord. I don't know where
Do
to
you
start with
think
which letters
we
aren't in my
see
name.
more picks traded this trade deadline, given how difficult scouting will be this year?
I think so. I think you'll see teams more willing to move earlier picks who think they may have a steal in the later round. This is going to be a wide open draft.
Bear does not understand personal space at all.
No.
If you guys see the pictures I post on the cat one, she frequently, she has to lay at night. She's wanting us to go to bed because at night she has to be on either one of us and has to be right here.
And then
nose
when the lights
in
are
your
out,
mouth.
she has to be between the two of us.
So we sleep fairly close and she has to be right here.
Yeah.
Hi. And if we try and get near each other before she will stand on our chest and just stare at us. Excuse me. This is my spot.
There doesn't seem to be
right?
room.
She's just staring at me like, why are you talking about me?
Hi.
You're not supposed to tell them all these things.
Hi. Can you stop
1:30
playing?
a.m. Time for bed. Good night. Let's hope that Yvonne gets a raise in the new year. Sorry, couldn't help myself.
You go off to the
Good
bedroom.
night, Dave.
You go off to the bedroom then.
How do you get Josh from Shannon?
I don't know.
A lot. There's a lot. Shadow? Oh my goodness. Okay. No more alcohol, Shadow.
No.
I can't even imagine him drinking. So, chances of Zagreus making Anaheim.
Oh, Zegras should be on the Ducks this year. I'd be very surprised if he's not. He looks ready, and he's the kind of offensive player that they need. He can drive the play, and he can drive a line, and he's got that kind of attitude that they need in their lineup.
Why would we name one of the kids Bettman? That'd be a weird name.
Mm-hmm. Where did she? Oh, she went right back to the top of the tree. She's not a happy cat.
No, because we're supposed to be
She
in
knows
bed.
what time it is.
Yes.
So, anyways, we should probably go, but we're going to have a live stream tomorrow as well.
We will.
We're doing a live stream tomorrow. It's
There's
New
no
Year's.
games.
There's no games.
Yep.
So I'll do my news video, which I'll fill up this board for tomorrow, and I'll do a video tomorrow, and then we'll do a live stream probably earlier on, and I'll do some fun. We'll do like career video, that kind of thing tomorrow. But hey, thanks guys for coming out, and again, Happy New Year to everybody, and yeah, we will do this again tomorrow.